say how honored we are to be here. It has not been lost on me as we cross over from Kentucky to Cincinnati over the bridge to come to the Freedom Center to present this film. And this is our 5th screening, and we have 2 more to go, and each one has its own unique characteristic. We invite you to join us online. Social media is a huge power for us, and we also hope that you'll stay with us because it is a long road ahead, and this hopefully is just our starting point. So thank you.
Well, I have to say, it was pretty remarkable in Tulsa. We had some people in there that profoundly disagreed with each other, and it was really good that people were letting it out. This riot is with everybody there. And everybody knows how long it took for them to even hear about it when they moved to Tulsa or when they grew up. So it was pretty remarkable. I think people were talking about race and about the history of the race riot from where they are, from the scary place, whatever that is, where they are.
It is important, of course, to label a crime like the one that occurred most recently in Tulsa as a hate crime, because that enhances the severity, the gravity of the harm that is inflicted by the murder act.
Generally, we are where we are now because our communities were underdeveloped. And I don't mean they weren't developed enough. I mean, there was an active process of underdeveloping the communities, right? And it went on and on and on. And it was accomplished through a complex series of enduring entitlements for some, right? And a structure of largesse for some, to which others were excluded. It's a simple story, but the fact of the matter is that we stop now, we take a snapshot and we say, there's this staggering wealth gap. How can it be?
Back in 1996, that's when the rest of the world found out about what was kept a secret about Tulsa. That's when we started with the 75th anniversary of the commemoration of the riot. However, years prior to that, nobody talked about it. It wasn't even written in our history books, nothing. The great things that Rachel had placed in the film was putting these 2 events together, the 1921 race riot and the 2012 Good Friday shootings. It was a learning lesson. It was a history piece that it did repeat itself almost. But there were things that were done in this present day time that was not done. And one thing that's different today is today that we're talking about it.
Someone said in the documentary, it's difficult to have a real conversation about the questions of race in America. We're in the right place to have a real conversation. The whole reason this institution, the National Underground Railroad Center, was created was to create a safe place for people to come together and have honest conversation. So hopefully that's what we'll do moving forward, using the film as the point of departure.
I feel like we got treated beautifully, actually, in Tulsa, but I also feel like we got people revealed in a way that was in part because we weren't from LA or New York, we weren't from a big city, we were from Cincinnati. Oh, great, this could have happened to you, you know. Whether it's between World War I and World War II during the whole rise of the Klan, or whether it's before, during, and after the Civil Rights era. One of the things that my co-producer likes to say is, you know, there's this notion, we see this in the history books, there was slavery and then there was the Civil Rights era, and what happened in between? And this film deals with what happened in between and also what's happening right now.
I would like to thank the city of Cincinnati for loaning Rachel and Taylor and Jeremy, because I worked on numerous documentaries and worked with different media groups over the years. And this film is perhaps the best one because of the fact it asks a question and it make people think, just not for show. This is a great tool, and I applaud you, and I thank you so much for coming to tell our story.